Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're also learning more about the pilot who died in yesterday's crash. Dr. Sugata Das worked as a cardiologist in Yuma, Arizona, and split his time between there and San Diego. I spoke with one of his colleagues this afternoon about the loss. News of Dr. Sugata Das's death was met with shock and sadness at Yuma Regional Medical Center, where he worked.
A great human being, a great cardiologist, a good physician.
All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Earthly Mother, sanctifying YAHAWAH, the Holy Son. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, peace be with you. This is your brother, Big Levi, and today is Wednesday, October the 13th, 2021, and it's currently 1:18 a.m. This is pre-recorded, and I could not go to sleep because the spirit was heavy upon me to make this video. And for those of you who already watched this, I'm not quite sure if this thing is recording well. It seems like I'm hearing a buzz, but hopefully, let me turn on the light. It's really dark where I'm at right now. There we go. Turn on the light. Hopefully, okay. All right. Hopefully it's recording pretty well. Now, beloved, this is the plane crash that we discussed the other day. Yesterday. You are watching now how the Mosai is taking down a lot of those guys out because they are some 83 Gentiles. This is what you're calling an Elamites right there. Okay, an East Indian fellow. And lately, you saw and you witnessed that those people, they have been catching hell. We literally, in May, we literally have videos like 4, 5, 6, 7 videos about the so-called East Indian catching hell. And they are still catching hell, and it's never going to stop. When was the last time, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, when was the last time you ever saw those people in the news? If you go back in time, in the 90s, in the 80s, 90s, okay, well, to be on the safe side, let's go and say in the 70s, okay, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, you would never see those people in the news. It's not like they weren't here. They were here. They were not in the news because they were under the blessing, okay? They were under the blessing that they received from Satan. Now, beloved, you are going to see the Mosai's wrath. You're going to see the judgment upon this land. Again, there is a holy visitation upon this earth. The Mosai is in the midst. The Archangel Michael is there. And then we are going to go, brothers, throughout all those videos and articles and news brief and testimonies. We're going to see the Mosai is truly in the midst, okay? Beloved, let us begin. Let us begin at the beginning of this video and throughout. Let us see through the Holy Spirit. Is this Jacob's trouble? Is this guy is a typical Jacobite? Is this Jacob's trouble? Okay. All right. This is what we are going to discuss today. Is this Jacob's trouble? All right.
We're also learning more about the pilot who died in yesterday's crash. Dr. Sugata Das worked as a cardiologist in Yuma, Arizona, and split his time between there and San Diego. I spoke with one of his colleagues this afternoon about the loss. News of Dr. Sugata Das's.
This guy is not a lightweight. He's a doctor. I'm not quite sure what his name means. If the Holy Spirit beam it into my head to search his name and see stuff, we'll do that. But for now, we're going to focus that he is a doctor. If somebody can know what the meaning of his name, put it in the comment board or the live chart. This is a doctor. Now, he was flying a plane. He had a private plane. Okay, this guy was working like two jobs. Is that what that is? I'm not quite sure. He was working two jobs. He split his time. He bought an airplane. Is that what that is? I'm not quite sure. And then he was flying. You don't know how many of our people this guy did stuff to. You don't know how many of the children of the Most High, the children of the light, that this guy turned the light off. You don't know what this fellow did. We know, like, if not all of those doctors, most of them, they are witches, man. They are warlocks. Those people are not here to give you the good medicine. Make no mistake, they have the best medicine. They have our books, our records. They give us the trash. They took the best. This guy is a doctor, yet he is no more in a plane crash.
His death was met with shock and sadness at Yuma Regional Medical Center, where he worked.
A great human being, a great cardiologist, a good physician, very high energy, very vivacious personality, very friendly.
Dr. Bharat Magoo, Chief Medical Officer, says Das was not only a colleague, but a friend.
So now, if you look at this dude, a lot of people will get fooled, say, okay, well, what are you saying, Big Levi? He's a black man. So, he got, you're supposed to not go after this guy because, he's black. He's our brother. He look like us. Nah, man, we're not that simple like that over here. As you can see, beloved, those people in May, we made videos, okay, and I would say 5 months ago, you literally see those dead bodies were piling up and those burning places. I forgot their name anyway. The crematoriums. You literally see the bodies of those Elamites. The plague number 7. The dogs were literally eating those people out in the street. The dogs were eating the dead bodies, Gretchen. If anybody can find a video, you can put it in the chart or the thumbnail. The live chart and the comment board. The dogs were eating those dead bodies. You can see the video. The dogs were like eating them. And then a few weeks later, there was a MS, somebody come with a bag of popcorn somewhere. I believe it was in Indiana, and then they took out most of those guys. They were all of them. All the victims were 99.99 of the victims were Elamites. And a few months later, I believe a month later, you go over there in California. That guy went over there with a giant bag of popcorn and Jiffy Pop the place. But that he was working for a train station company. I forgot his name. Anybody's stuff. If you can remember, it was those people. Now we saw there's a lot. The pancakes that happened over there in Surfside, Miami. Most of those people, those Patel, okay, the fire that happened over there in California, all the farmland die. Those Patel are catching hell.
They'd known each other for more than a decade. He says Das had been a pilot since at least 2010, and because he split his time between San Diego and Yuma, flew back and forth often.
He was a very highly trained, highly experienced and seasoned pilot. So, and especially the route he was taking yesterday, and that was something which he has done hundreds of times before.
So yes, hundreds of times. He flew back. He flew back and forth. Okay, he flew back and forth, but for some odd reason, this happened.
Dr. Magoo says Das leaves behind a wife and 2 teenage sons who live in San Diego. He says he was a man who gave his all to everything he did and felt strongly about giving back.
He was dedicated to the things he was involved in. He was also the director of a charitable organization.
Okay, Sugata Das. I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's double check what Sugata Das meaning. Typing with one hand, meaning of the name Sugata. Oh. Because it's Indian, so the name Sugata, is that what that is? Suyata. Let me see. Sugata is Sanskrit name for boys meaning well gone. One who has fare well. He has gone well. One who proceed well, or properly, or perfectly, thoroughly gone, well bestow. Now, let me ask you something, brothers. Can you make this up? The guy name is Farewell. Do you, I'm trying not to. I'm trying, beloved. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. Everybody's asleep. I'm trying not to. That guy name literally mean well gone. One who has fared well. Farewell. This guy name is literally a death angel. The guy name is Sugata, which means well gone. One who has fared, he has well gone. This guy is gone. Like how you are making this up? This is Sanskrit for boys, meaning well gone. One who has fared well. Okay? Define farewell. Goodbye.
Here's the definition of farewell. Used to express good wishes on parting.
Goodbye. So long. Adieu. Hooray. Au revoir. Ciao. This dude literal name is a death angel. This is another name for a death angel. Oh, goodbye. A hereafter. An act of parting or making someone departure. The departed. Let's see. Departure, okay? Someone's departure. Define departed.
Here's the definition of departed. Deceased.
Dead, deceased, late, lost, lamented, gone. Well gone. This guy literally named his death. This is the angels coming back, brothers, and report unto us, brethren. The name of the guy is the death angel. How are you making this up? Sugata, well gone, would be departed. The dude name is the death angel. Okay? All praises to the Most High, man. You can't make this up, man. The guy name is Farewell. Sugata. Well gone. One who has farewell, departed. Why they choose this name for this dude? I do not know, but wherever that guy parents is, they did my man really wrong here. You literally name your child Death Angel. All praises to the Most High. Now let's see what the other name mean. Das. Sugata Das. Hopefully I'm getting this right. If I'm not, brethren, please correct me, because I haven't watched the video. Oh, Das. What? Indian baby names meaning, the meaning of the name Das is slave. Brethren, I feel like to pull a beat. Beloved, I feel, if it wasn't 1 a.m. in the morning, 1:30 a.m. in the morning, pre-recorded, brothers, I would pull a beat right there. It's because the computer been acting slow. I would put a beat and give the Most High glory. But with the holy slide whistle, let me give the Most High glory. The guy name is, last name is Das, which means a slave. Beloved, how are you making this up? Literally, the guy named Sugata Das means a slave is departed. A slave is farewell. A slave is well gone. A death angel took a slave out. You got to be kidding. I don't know. Listen, Indian baby names meaning. In Indian baby names, the meaning of the name Das is a slave. I am not saying this, brothers. The dude literally the guy name, Brethren, I don't know how I'm so excited about this, but the guy name is a slave has departed. A death angel took a slave. The death angel will make them slave. You can't make that up. Psalm 83 is being disbanded. Is being dismantled. Is being dissolved. Is this Jacob's trouble, brothers? Beloved sisters, Jews and Gentiles. Is that thing even recording? Let me check what I hear. Is this Jacob's trouble? Now this fellow, Sugata Das, a slave has departed. A slave is farewell. The death angel took a slave out. Is he a typical Jacobite? Is he like one of us? Now, he's the pilot that crashed into the UPS truck, okay? Beloved, let us keep on going. All praises to the Most High. You can't make this up, brethren. Again, I didn't know this, okay? We're just doing this as we go, all right?
Helping children.
Those are his children? They look like our children. Is that what that is? No. Those are not his children. Those are our children. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's read let's watch and read.
The AIDS in Zambia and India. It's a loss for, I would say.
Let's listen what they say here.
Laws for in India. Helping children with AIDS in Zambia and India.
So this guy used to go in our places where our people at, and then look at those beautiful 3 children. He used to help them. What he used to do over there? Stories of children born HIV free. Thank you for working with us to prevent new HIV infections and provides a package of life-saving healthcare services to 350 HIV plus orphans and vulnerable children in Zambia. Today, we would like you to meet one of the children who have benefited from your support over the last year. So this fellow, he used to go over there and then pretend that he helping those orphans. They have AIDS, they have HIV. When in fact, we know you people go over there and infect our people with HIV AIDS. You don't know what just like we said it in the beginning, brothers and sisters, you don't know what this guy did to our children. You don't know what this guy did to our brothers and sisters. This is what he did. And that's why, brothers, this happened to this guy. Okay, you do not touch the anointed one, the little ones of the Most High. Literally, you do not touch the children of the Most High. Yea, indeed, that's what the Most High did this thing like this. He did this fellow like that. Give the Most High praises and glory. You cannot make this up. Through the eyes of the Holy Spirit, yea, indeed, we see what this guy done. All praises to the Most High. Let us keep on moving.
It's a loss for, I would say, at least 2 communities, one here and definitely one in San Diego.
And the hospital says it plans to have a memorial service for Dr. Das
to Dr. Slave, Dr. Farewell, the departed slave. All praises to the Most High. You can't make this up. Now, let me see. My condolences. The plane could have had a carbon monoxide lead. Seen it before. Facts. That idea, but one seems to care about. Plane has flown 5 times in the last 2 weeks. The pilot was commercial rated pilot, which requires at least 250 flight hours and 100 hours of piloting coming off aircraft. Anyway, brethren, let us keep on moving. The Most High put good stuff in there. Let us move in.
UPS drivers across the county held a moment of silence today to honor Steve Kruger. He's the driver who was killed when the plane crashed.
Kruger spent decades delivering packages for UPS, the majority of that time in Santee, where he was driving on Monday afternoon. News 8's Steve Price spoke with his family and friends who say he loved his job.
Steve Kruger's car is still parked outside the Kearney Mesa facility where he was based. You can see his co-workers have turned it into a makeshift memorial with flowers and pictures. Without question, Steve made friends everywhere he went. This is how everyone remembers UPS driver Steve Kruger. Kind, funny, easy to talk to.
And people just gravitated to him. And when they started a conversation with him, it would continue. And he was just a naturally likable guy.
Jeff jokes that it's amazing his brother Steve always got his deliveries done because he loved chatting with the people along his route in Santee. They treated him like family, and for that, Jeff is grateful.
Thanks for always being such great customers for my brother. You guys really made his job enjoyable, and he really enjoyed all of you.
It's hard to believe Steve is gone, killed Monday when a plane crashed into his delivery truck.
I woke up this morning and I was just hoping it was a dream. But it's not.
Lauren Perry rode in Steve's truck with him for 2 years as seasonal help around the holidays. When she heard a UPS driver had been killed in the crash and saw where it happened, she knew it was Steve.
I'm going to miss everything about him.
Lauren is not alone. At the UPS facility Steve worked out of, a moment of silence was held Tuesday morning. And around the county at 12:14, the time of the crash, fellow drivers got together to honor their co-worker, including some who visited the crash site, all in disbelief that Steve is gone. Jeff appreciates the love and support so many have shown since the tragic accident, but knows his brother is looking down, saying no more tears.
He would want them to remember him in a positive way.
Now, beloved, this guy, Steve, this is his brother over there, okay? This fellow, Steve Kruger, okay? So, I'm not quite sure what the name Steve mean, but we will look after what we when we try to see what's going on here. This guy name is Steve Kruger, okay? He loves his job. He got a great family. You know, he's a good guy, yet he was driving, doing his job. He didn't bother anybody. He was just doing a delivery job, okay? And out of nowhere, okay, a farewell gun slave crash airplane onto him. We know the Michael did take it. We already bought everything that we need to bought in a previous video, so we just go on to this. So I don't know what that is. I don't know who this guy is, what he did, but I can tell you that the Mossad took him out for a very good reason. Just like the doctor, this guy they are very good at that. Gentiles are very good at putting a facade. They are very good at putting a beautiful smile in front of you, chatting with you, show you how good they are and how hardworking they are. But underneath that, it's all dirt. Underneath that, this guy is a monster. Underneath that, when the Mossad look at that guy record, they say, no, this guy, you gone. Okay? This dude right here put a nice smile, but yet this horrible and terrible tragedy happened. Okay, the Michael line switch and literally took this guy out. Okay, so now we understand that this is not a typical Jacobite. This is not a typical Israelite. Okay, you got an Elamite and an Edomite. They all gone. Is this Jacob's trouble, beloved? Now you're seeing all those things happening to those people, all those horrible things. Is this Jacob's trouble?
Belief that Steve is gone. Jeff appreciates the love and support so many have shown since the tragic accident, but knows his brother is looking down, saying no more tears.
No, your brother's looking up and a lot of tears. Your brother's not looking down, man. He's looking up right now. He's looking up there and screaming. And that horrible and terrible place that we went, a lot of us went there. The Most High allowed us to visit. That's what that is.
He would want them to remember him in a positive way and not be sad, to be happy and just think about all the good times, or, you know, he made them laugh or something like that. That's how we want them to remember him.
Jeff says Steve was planning to retire next year.
Okay, this guy was like 1 year to be retired and he's gone. Okay, this guy's like 1 year to be retired and he's gone. And there's another dude that it happened to him. He retired a few days ago and then he died. One of the CEO. Okay,
in Kearney Mesa.
So now this guy, I'm not quite sure what Steve mean. The name Steve. What does the name Steve mean?
Crown.
Okay.
According to the bump, origin, British, popularity, 2661, meaning, crown, victorious.
Famous. Now, For the people in the chart, the people that been watching, the people that been following the Most High, what other nickname we use for the Archangel Michael? You see, Michael, every time Michael is in the midst, he always telling you what he is. Michael the champion, the great prince, the victorious. This dude's name is actually Michael. Michael the great prince. What does a prince have upon his head? A crown. Now, beloved, can you tell me if you can make this up? Oh, there's what does the meaning of Steve in the Bible? Let me see. Crowned. In biblical names, the meaning of the name Stephen is crowned. Okay, Steve is like Stephen. Crowned. Okay, this is message for us, you know. We are being crowned. The guy name, wow, the fellow name is crowned victorious. To be crowned, to be victorious, to win. And we know Michael is the great prince. When they say, and Daniel, let me pull it right there. So we won't confuse the people that are just stumbled upon this video. Because we discussed that yesterday, okay? Daniel 12, verse 1, okay? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince. A prince have a crown upon his head. And this guy, okay, his name is crown, victorious, Victoria. Is that a real word? Michael is in the midst. Remember, the guy that pulled the two people burning in the building out, his name was Michael Keeley. You can't make that up. We give the Most High all praises and all glory for all those good stuff that he is bringing unto us. Okay, his last name was Kruger. Is that what that is? Last name was Kruger. Let me see. What does the name Kruger mean?
According to Ancestry, occupational name for a maker or seller of stoneware mugs and jugs, from an ancient derivative of Middle High German Kruak, jug, pitcher, German Krug.
Jug, pitcher, stoneware. Can associate this is the Stonehenge, but occupational, a maker or a seller of stone mugs and jugs. So a maker or seller, okay? Maker or seller for Stonehenge mugs and jugs. I'm not quite sure. This is German. A jug maker, a mugs, and another word, a cup maker. Okay? You know what that is? Psalm 75. oh boy, this thing is always move very fast. Psalm 75, verse 8. Psalm 75, verse 8. A cup maker. He's a cup maker. Okay? A jug. For in the hand of the Lord there is a jug, there is a mug, there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. And that's why you, Sir Steve Kruger, you drink that cup. You drink that dregs. Beloved, I'm not making this up, man. You know, Kruger, occupational name, a maker or a seller of stoneware, mugs, and jugs. Cups, from an ancient derivative of the Middle High German called jug, a pitcher. A maker of cup. All praises to the Most High, YAHAWAH. Zaza. Beloved, give the Most High praises and glory, man. The victorious Michael literally come and force this guy to drink that cup. You can't make that up. Let's go, brothers. Let's go.
Okay, it looks like you're descending, sir. I need to make sure you are climbing, not descending. Go to climbing.
That was part of the pilot's back and forth with air traffic control just moments before radio silence and then the deadly crash. ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie is at Montgomery Field where that plane was headed and has more on the urgent calls from the control tower.
An aviation expert I talked to listened to these recordings.
Ah, Mary. Beautiful name.
And noted the calm and level-headedness of that air traffic controller and even the pilot, who seemed to give no indication that he was behind the controls during a life and death emergency.
Air 22 Golf, low altitude alert. Climb immediately. Climb the airplane, maintain 5,000. Expedite climb. Climb the airplane, please.
That is because the guy, he had no, to him, he was flying normally. He just went into the vortex or the ley line. Everything was fine on his hand. But when they look in their little devices over there, they're like, yo, what is this, dude? You too low, man. You too low. You're getting too low. Fly high immediately. Expedite, climb. He didn't do anything.
Just level out the plane or the heading and climb the airplane up to 5,000 when you can, sir.
Okay, listen to what this. You barely can even hear this guy.
1 o'clock and a half mile, 1,500. You appear to be descending again, sir. Are you, say altitude? Plane or the heading. Climb the airplane, maintain 5,000. Expedite climb. Climb the airplane, please.
Climb.
Just level out the plane or the heading and climb the airplane up to 5,000 when you can, sir.
Okay, you can't even hear what this guy. That's the ley line messing with everything. To him, he was flying straight. That's how we told you. Those people that keep getting into those stuff, they never release those things because they never said anything. They never call and say, "Oh, hey, we're in danger. Mayday, Mayday, SOS, SOS." None of that. Yo, Houston, we have a problem. None of this. They just drive and then they die. That's all.
1 o'clock and a half mile, 1,500. You appear to be descending again, sir. Are you, say altitude?
Those are the last transmissions between the pilot and the air traffic controller as the flight, which left Yuma, Arizona, headed for Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport, went off course. You could hear the pilot.
This is where he entered the vortex. Okay, at this point right there, that's where he entered the vortex, the ley line. You can see the line. He was supposed to travel straight, but he entered the vortex right there. That's when all communication and all things become so confused onto him. Right there. What at this point? I would like to know what's over there. Is there a church here or something?
Left Yuma, Arizona, headed for Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport, went off course. You could hear the pilot confirming commands from the controller, yet from the flight path that the plane took, that's not what was happening, which two aviation experts I've talked to say could indicate disorientation.
That's not what that is. The guy entered a portal. He entered a vortex. Okay, he entered a boom tube. He entered a ley line. Michael switched the ley line. To him, he was driving straight, but the Michael, what is a vortex?
According to Orchard Canyon on Oak Creek, the definition of a vortex is as follows: a funnel shape that is created by any whirling fluid or energy.
An energy created a vortex, a ley line. Okay, he enters something like this, a boom tube. That's why when they are showing you those things as hurricane, oh, this is the eye of the hurricane. That's not what that is. It's a portal. This is the tube. You see, a line. A line is like a rope. Show me a picture of a big rope. All right, boy, they didn't show me a picture of something else. That would have been embarrassing. So, the tip up of rope. Okay, a line is a rope. Oh boy, let me see. Rope, tip. Sometimes those things, you know, people thought like you're talking about like cowboy stuff, and they will show you, you know, they think like you need a rope to really need a cow in there, do audio with this damn cow, and then they will show you like a main rope, but that's not what that is. Okay, I'm looking for a tip of a rope here. Okay, well, anyway. So this is a whoop. This is a line. Okay, this point right here is a vortex. Okay, so now when you're traveling in space, not in outer space, but above in the atmosphere, and he entered this vortex right there. Okay, and the line curve like this one, and the line curve. He entered right here. He was supposed to go straight, but he entered right here, and the line curve, and the plane turned around and then crashed directly to this person. Michael used the ley line to do this. This is what it is, brothers, okay? He entered the vortex right here, and then the plane turned. Okay? The plane turned and then crashed right there. Okay? Because he entered a vortex, a ley line. That's what that is. The same thing goes for cars. Okay? The same thing goes for that. Okay? This is what this guy enter. Okay? This is a whoop that has a exit here. The beginning of the whoop, the entering of the whoop, the exit of the whoop. He entered this. That's why he was so confused. And the thing fell, aka a wormhole. Okay? All right? What is a wormhole?
According to Wikipedia, a wormhole is a speculative structure linking disparate points in spacetime, and is based on a special solution of the Einstein field equations.
Ley line. Einstein was the biggest dummy on this earth. He didn't know anything. Those are ley line. Boom tube. Okay? They can bend time. You can travel to them faster. The Most High are going to give us all those knowledge, brothers. Okay? Those are not wormhole. A worm doesn't actually go onto this. It's a ley line. They are portals. That's how people used to travel very far and very fast, instantly. All praises to the Most High. That's what happened to this guy. Okay?
The plane
let's listen to this again, okay? Listen.
Plane or the heading and climb the airplane up to 5,000 when you can, sir. 10 o'clock.
That's why they cannot hear him. He's inside a vortex. The ley line.
And a half mile, 1,500.
Or the Michael line, the holy lines.
500. You appear to be descending again, sir. Are you, say, altitude?
Those are the last transmissions between the pilot and the air traffic controller as the flight, which left Yuma, Arizona, headed for Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport, went off course.
Okay.
You can hear the pilot confirming commands from the controller.
That's when he entered the line, the vortex right here.
Yet from the flight path that the plane took, that's not what was happening, which
okay, and then they say it was disoriented. Nah, man, he wasn't. He entered the ley line. Okay, the line curve. Instead of the line go straight, follow this blue one to the airport. The line, okay, switch, and then it curved like this, and then he sent the guy straight up onto this truck. All praises to the Most High.
Two aviation experts I've talked to say could indicate disorientation.
No, that's not what that is.
It looked like a very high bank angle, because, you know, when you saw one of the videos just before it impacted, you could see the top of the airplane. You could see the.
You see, always doing something with their hands. You can see on top of the airplane. Those are garbage. Anytime they are doing this, brothers, you know they are lying. Garbage is high.
It looked like a very high bank angle, because, you know, when you saw one of the videos just before it impacted.
What did he say?
Look, that's not what was happening, which two aviation experts I've talked to say could indicate disorientation.
The plane was, it looked like a very high bank angle, because, you know, when you saw one of the videos just before it impacted, you could see the top of the airplane. You could see the wings, which means he's basically out of control.
Bill.
What the hell this guy just said here? You see, they cannot explain what happened here. They don't know what's going on here. They are lying out of the teeth. Oh, yeah. You can see the top of the plane. When he turned around, you can see this right here. Look at my hand, okay? That's basically, you know, altitude over there. What? Beloved, give the Most High praises and glory. Knowledge will be increased, not upon you people, upon the Most High chosen children. All praises to the Most High. Yay.
Hensley has decades of experience as both an Air Force jet pilot trainer and a commercial pilot. While he says, of course, we don't know yet what the...
Okay. Is that what that plane is? Cessna 340? Let me double check. I don't want to do stuff here. Let me see if this is the airplane. Cessna 340.
According to Wikipedia, the Cessna 340 is a twin-piston engine pressurized business aircraft that was manufactured by Cessna.
You can't make this up. The plane that the guy was flying is a Cessna 340. 3 plus 4 plus 0. You can't make this up. You cannot. You can't. You can't make this up, brothers. Again, this video gonna take me at least 2-3 hours to make, and I gotta go to sleep, man. It's already 1:57. That's why the Most High had me bringing this over here. But anyway, perfection, brothers. Okay, perfection. Okay, so this was happening during our prayers. Okay, during our prayers around like 12 p.m., 12:10 p.m., 12:12. Okay. 12:14 when we were praying, and that guy was like, when we were giving the Most High glory and praises, this guy was in trouble. This is what happened when you're shaking the line, brothers, when your prayer is going to the ley line, man. This is beautiful, man. All praises. When we were doing our prayers, this guy was catching all the time. Oh, man, all praises, man, all praises.
The pilot's level of experience was, or the number of hours he'd spent behind the controls. Disorientation, he explained, could be to blame for the crash.
That's not
you don't know
if
you're upside down or right side up. You don't know if your wings are level or if they're 90 degrees. The unusual thing about aviation is once you get in certain situations, your body will tell you your nose is pointed up and you're going up when you're actually going down.
Here we go. Here we go with those garbages. Let me look at my hand here.
Now, the investigation will consider all potential causes for this Cessna 340 to crash, including the possibility of engine failure, any other circumstance that may have caused it. The NTSB will be going over all of the evidence on the ground, of course, as well as the numerous videos of the crash. Bill Hensley wanted me to reassure people of just how rare this type of incident is.
It's not anymore. Not anymore. It is rare, like right now, but it's not rare anymore, brothers. Jews and Gentiles are like, it's not rare anymore. This thing literally happened every single day. Every day, brothers, ever since we started monitoring, every single day an airplane crash. You're going to tell us, oh, this is very rare. Nah, it's not even very rare when he hit a car. Okay, remember, let me see. Pembroke Pine airplane crash into car. Yes, 6 months ago. This happened. We took this video happened 6 months ago. Watch this. You think this is very rare? You think this is very rare? When we were watching this 6 months ago, when we make this video in March, where this airplane literally crashed into the car and killing that little boy, killing two, okay, the pilot and the little boy. That was 6 months ago. Remember that, brethren? Okay.
Incredible. Now at 6. Shocking video. A small plane comes plunging down and crashes into a Pembroke Pines neighborhood. 2 people are killed.
It happened along Southwest 72nd Avenue in South.
Okay, Southwest 72nd, 7 plus 2, 9. We didn't have the knowledge Michael was in the midst, though. We didn't know this. Let me watch this.
West 13th Street, right next to North Perry Airport. That crash site just feet away from residential homes. Hello, everyone. I'm Trina Robinson.
And I'm Jawan Strader. Let's get right out to NBC6 reporter Amanda Placencia live at the scene with reaction and more of this incredible video. Amanda.
But anyway, so we went into this. This thing is like, oh, it's very rare. Now that thing keep happening, and they are not telling the people the truth, brethren. They are not telling. You don't know how many times that thing happened. If you're watching all, we literally, brothers. Let me see, beloved. We literally have a playlist called Ley Line. Is that what that is? Yeah, we got the Ley Line. We literally have a playlist called the Ley Line. Hit and run, too many, too often. Okay, stay the hell out of the Most High way. This is not your fight. Okay, the fathers ley line are causing a lot of hell upon the Gentiles. We literally got, you see, the ley line strikes again. All praises to the Most High. Okay, airplane are falling off. Ley line took Tiger Wood. The ley line grids, aka the electromagnetic mystical spider web. Okay, the ley line, aka St. Michael lines. The fishers are now the hunters. Okay, our forefather used the Michael line for flights and levitation. Okay, ley line. Witness the power of the Most High and give him praises for this confirmation he sent us. We literally, brethren, have like video, dozens of them about a ley line, and we got 17 videos in the ley line section. That's the one we remember. And those people are saying, like, oh, this is like very rare. No, it's not. If a scumbag, dumb, backwarded bastard like Biglevi can figure out those things are happening way too often, don't be telling the people, stop lying to the people. Beloved, now, why all those things are happening, brethren? Why is it that every time we turn on the news, hell is breaking upon the earth? Beloved, it's happening because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, you people did in fact afflicted us 400 years. 1619, 2019, that's it for you. Genesis 15, verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and the heavenly fathers judging the nation, and the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham, and also through the ley line. Multiple judgment, brothers. Okay, this is fiery conflagration of the city since the airplane crashed and caused a lot of fire. Let us go ahead, brothers. Let us see what else is going on. Or those things are rarely happen. Is this Jacob's trouble? Is those airplanes that keep falling off and people are dying, or they happen once in a while, rarely, or they happen very often?
We begin with that Waukesha County plane crash. It narrowly missed a home.
Okay, another Steve. All right, then.
And it scattered debris across the neighborhood.
A husband and wife died when their small plane went down this morning in the village of Waukesha.
Curse be the husbands, cursed be the wives, cursed be the marriages, cursed be the wedding. This did not happen 2 years ago. This happened October the 12th, 2021, right after the one that happened on October 11th. The one happened in San Diego on October 11th, and then the next day, this one happened. The 2 occupants died in a small crash airplane. The 2 people that was over there in San Diego are no more, and those 2 are no more. You can't make this up. You can't. People like, oh, well, you know, that's like rare and stuff like that. It's, you know, things and stuff. You know, your nose going up, and then you think you are down, but in fact you are up. And then when you look out there, and then you see you very disoriented. Back to you, Diane. Get out of here, man.
Shortly after takeoff from Tierman Airport.
Tom Durian joins us live near the crash site. And Tom, you just talked with the victim's family.
Yeah, Steve, they said that these 2 were headed home from visiting family to New Mexico tonight. All that's left out here is one sheriff's deputy cruiser looking over the area that is cordoned off with police tape. But throughout the evening, we've seen a lot of neighbors and witnesses coming by here and just taking a look at just how close that plane got to this home behind me.
Heard what I thought was a very strange thump that had a sort of a boom quality.
Again, you keep seeing this, some kind of boom quality, plague number 9, plague number 10, thunder voices, loud boom, you know. And listen to what the guy said. He said, this is a very strange, okay? Listen to him.
Home behind me.
Heard what I thought was a very strange thump that had a sort of a boom quality.
That's the ley line, the boom tube open, boom, and then he heard it.
Neighbor David Eicher told our TMJ
again, the dude name is David. All right.
J4 news crews who arrived on the scene this morning about the moment he heard a plane crash just a few houses down. The Waukesha Sheriff's Office says around 9:41 they were told air traffic controllers lost both radio and radar communication with an airplane. TMJ4 News has learned from records the plane was a fixed-wing, single-engine Glass Star 2-seater. similar to this one. It was flying from Milwaukee's Timmerman Airport to Kansas when it went down. The flight path seen here shows the aircraft circling in Waukesha before the crash.
And people, they keep telling you, oh, yeah, that's and they become disoriented and stuff. No, they enter the freaking vortex, the ley line, and then he switch, and then they die. That's what that is.
This evening, we were able to get a closer look at just how close this plane came to this home right here. You can see that it sheared off the top of the tree, sending tree debris to the front yard of the home. Also here, pieces of the fuselage of the airplane on the grass. And then we believe the plane went across this street and into this wooded area. Tonight, family identify the two people killed as Randy and Susie Reimer, who just celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary and were headed home to New Mexico from Wisconsin.
All praises to the Most High. Brethren, sistren, Jews and Gentiles alike, for those of you, for the past few days, you've been following this. Or those people that keep being no more, for lack of a better term, or those people that you're looking at in your screen. Let me enlarge the screen for the folks that are watching, and then I will describe it for the folks that are listening. Okay, we still what? We still do 50 years, okay? 50 years, we still do. Apparently, you guys still don't. Now, those two people that you're seeing on your screen right there, are those the typical Israelites? Is this Jacob trouble? Are those the typical Jacobites? After spending 50 years enjoying our blessing, and that 400 years, of course, and then it is done, your contract that you signed 50 years ago, you and your wife, it is done. 50 years out of that 400 years, every single Gentiles from 1692, from 1492, that benefit anything, whether directly or indirectly, you are going to pay. If this is not Jacob's trouble, then whose trouble is this? Who are the one that keep dying and all those stuff and all those car accident and airplane and all that stuff? Some 83 Gentiles, Esau's trouble, the freaking 2/3, and the heathen's tribulation. This has nothing to do with us.
You got to at least think that the pilot was doing their best to make sure they didn't hit a home.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, there may be a hero scenario here, you know, we have no ideas yet.
Whatever, those people are gone.
And we'll hear more about it, but if he did narrowly avoid the house on purpose, that is definitely a heroic, although tragic, last few moments of his life.
So now, okay, you see, this is the problem, brothers. What you're seeing doing all those flight paths, you see the airplane, at one point the airplane make a curve. It's not like the airplane drive straight and somehow and then they just fell, or some kind of mechanical problem. When a mechanical problem happened, brothers, the airplane just died and then it just fell off the sky or just landed. Okay, that's a mechanical problem, but the airplane curve.
Plane was a Glass Star kit plane, usually built by the owner, which pilot Dick Napinski says isn't unusual.
A very stable design, a very sturdy design, a lot of them out there that have been built.
That guy name is Dick Napinski.
And flying successfully.
Today's Waukesha crash comes just 24 hours after a Cessna small plane crashed in California.
Now they are making connection. Thank you, Dick. Now they are making connection. Now they are seeing, wait a minute, something is going on here. Less than 24 hours, and then one of that plane that crashed over there in San Diego, and then this one here crashed. Zaza. Now they are making connection, brethren, okay? They are making connection. All right? So, let me see, boy, before I get this out, beloved, one of our beloved brothers sent us something. Let me see, is this one? Okay, now yes. Okay, shalom. That's the beloved brother King Nova. Okay, since I saw this over there in the cloud, and the Most High just beam it into my head to bring this to the nation. Since I saw this, this is the beloved brother King Nova. Shalom, Biglevi. I was watching the video you posted on October 1st. When you pull up the picture, I saw a man and a woman in the clouds. I am no artist, but I attempt to trace what I saw into the pictures. So you can see what I see. I see a man on the right kissing the woman on the left, with both having afro hair. Since we are the Most High's bride, this could be foretelling the reunion of the Most High in Israel. Jeremiah 6:2 and Revelation 21:2. All praises to the Most High. King Nova. Okay, when you watch this, brothers, okay, I didn't see this. I only saw the face. When I told the people, did you see the face? In the video I was pointing, you can see the yellow this, and I see the face, the beard, the afro and stuff, but I didn't see the woman. I didn't see the Holy Spirit. I didn't see Israel. And then the brother traced it right here. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. This is holy transmission. You can see the black man right here kissing this black woman right there. Their faces are black. They got afro, both of them. You can see the huge afro that she has right there. This huge black afro right here. You got her neck going over there and her neck right here. This is her chin and stuff, her nose. And then this is the brother, his lip up on her lips. They're both kissing. You can't make this up, brothers. This is what that is. That means the Most High is sending his holy transmission. Let me enlarge this for the people. Again, for the one that are listening, there is the cloud that nobody can see this. Only our people can see this. I saw this part. The brother saw that part. Okay? I did not see the woman. I saw the men. Yet you can see the lashes, the eyelashes of the woman right there. All praises. You can't make this up, brothers. How you even make this up? And that's why that was doing the volcano, the video that we uploaded on October 1st. You may go ahead and watch it. I'm not quite sure exactly what it says, but thank you, beloved brother King Nova, for showing this unto the nation. All right, the beautiful woman right there, you can see her eyes, and I didn't see this, but again, beloved, we are not making this up. If you watch this, okay, you have to get a spiritual eyes to see this. We saw the men, okay, but I didn't see the woman right there. And then the brother saw it, or the sister, if I'm mistaken, okay? All right? You can't make this up, okay? You can't make that up. We give the Most High praises and glory. That's how our people were able to read the signs in the heaven. Luke 21:24, is that what that is? There will be signs in the heavens, okay? This is how people, this has nothing to do with witchcraft. This, excuse me. This has nothing to do with witchcraft. This has nothing to do with, oh, you people are doing this. You can clearly, literally see this, brothers. This is the eyebrow of the woman, the nose, the mouth, the jawline and stuff, and that giant black puff, afro puff that she have here. Okay, the dude did the same thing. Okay, the reunion between the bride and the groom. The Most High accept Israel back. Although she's a massive whore, was a massive whore. Boy, did we whore ourselves to other God, but he did take us back, okay? All praises to the Most High. Thank you for the beloved brother for bringing that unto the nation. Brethren, we have so many. You know what? Let me put this on the June report. Brethren, we got so many stuff into the report for June, the thing that we were supposed to do in June. But beloved, there are so many things, so many stuff are happening. But you know, I'm just because I saw this cloud and then it just popped up in my mind. Okay, we give the Most High praises and glory. Okay, is that thing recording? Yes, it is. Give the Most High praises and glory. You cannot make this up. Only our people are receiving the holy transmission from the Most High. Nobody else.
killing at least 2 people. Despite the coincidence, Napinski says this is a safe way to travel.
Small airplane flight is very safe, and it's actually becoming safer.
All right. No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened here, okay? Beloved, let us keep taking some of the more of the ley line, okay? Let's see what's going on here. Let me listen to this dude for a few seconds. That's what he's saying here.
So the Reimers used to live here in Wisconsin before moving out west. The pilot that I talked to there told me these types of small planes do not have black boxes. So it's going to be up to the NTSB to piece together what happened here.
Oh, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue. They don't have black box, okay? The black box is like a recorder that record everything in the plane.
Yes, Shannon, that rebuilding process is just beginning. We're talking about for the newlywed couple who just got married in May, and here we are 5 months later. Now they have to start all over.
Cursed be their wedding. Cursed be their marriages.
That's going to be our next hurdle.
Yeah.
Figuring out a place to stay.
Plague number 1, sorrow.
Newlyweds and new homeowners Cody and Courtney Campbell are still processing that they no longer have a home after a small plane crashed into their next-door neighbor's house and caught fire, destroying both their homes Monday afternoon and killing the pilot and their neighborhood UPS driver.
Just by chance, he, was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Community support continues to pour in.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, I needed these.
Yeah.
The fact that, we're standing here and that the dog was picked up and that, Phil and Maria, our neighbors, were able to get out safely. A long recovery, obviously, ahead for them as well, but...
Okay. Wait, they have a boat here? Is that what that is? A boat, right? Damn. That's brutal. Let me see. Is that a boat? Yes, it is a boat and a trailer. Boy, that's a lot of damage, man. Beloved, the Mosai is not playing out there, man.
Ahead for them as well, but...
Both Cody and Courtney were at their hospitality jobs. Courtney's mom picked up their dog in the morning, but that wasn't the case for Phil and Maria. Both retired and inside their home when the plane hit.
They were watching TV and, the plane hit the front of the house, and next thing you know, it fireball through the window that they were sitting in front of.
James Slaff-Gruel says he's grateful for the Santee neighbors who pulled his parents out of their burning home.
Okay. Oh wow, her head was. Did her head burn out, or not quite sure what happened here?
There's somebody back there.
These people just risked everything for people they don't know.
As both Phil and Maria recover from their 2nd and 3rd degree burns on their bodies, James says his mom is heartbroken. They were unable to save their dog, Roxy.
My mom and Phil processed the fact that Roxy is no longer with them. She tried to go back into a burning building to get her dog.
Now dealing with insurance, both couples plan to rebuild their Santee homes.
12 to 18 months before anything permanent.
12 to 18 months. Wow, you people are so sad about that house that you lost. You could have said, man, hey, the house, man, we don't care about the house, man. We're so grateful we're alive. Hey, there's nothing wrong being homeless, man, for a few days, man. Hey, I see the people do it in Skidrow. I'm going to try that. That's the will of the Most High. There's nothing I can do about this. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, indeed, he did this.
And is either rebuilt or we find another home or whatever that looks like.
So the good news is that both plan to rebuild, but the uncertainty part of it is that they don't know how long this will realistically take if they have to deal with the insurance. Now with that plane aspect, it's making it much more difficult for them to get that process started. On top of the uncertainty with the supply chain, they said now they have to find a way to get materials to even start. Marcella and Carlo.
Yeah, because the shortages and all that.
Heather, tragedy for both families, but at least all lives there in those homes spared. You think of the newlyweds and you think of all of those brand new wedding gifts they received. Is there anything that they told you today they were hoping that they could still find in all of that rubble?
Since they were just married, the husband says so now he's just been wearing a rubber silicone band. He did have his wedding ring inside their home. They're hoping whenever they're allowed to really go back in and dig that they may be able to find it.
Cursed be their wedding, cursed be their wives, cursed be their husband, cursed be their marriages. All praises to the Most High. Let us keep on moving.
People are remembered in life by loved ones for what they did and sometimes their interests as well. Tonight, the friend of a Metro Atlanta businessman killed in a plane crash last week is giving us a glimpse into another aspect of his life. Today, we spoke to a longtime friend who says Jonathan Rosen was a loving father, a great community member, and also a car enthusiast. That's how Kevin Ingold got to know Rosen, first as a client, later as someone he would call family. They take part in a track weekend in Savannah each year. Rosen always easily recognizable on the track because of his red Mercedes, and they had just spoken 2 days before Rosen's death about the event coming up next month.
I have many people that comes to this event that are grieving, and we're gonna miss him. He was, like I said, it's like arriving on Saturday morning. Where's Jonathan at? He was so excited to come next month to get back on the track. And
well, I don't know. I can't make anything that guy is saying. The confusion is everyone, you scumbags. Zaza.
He's like, man, I can't wait to see you down there. And I just happened to say, hey man, I love you, brother.
Ingold says he's not sure why he called him brother in that moment, but now he is so glad that he did. Rosen's teenage daughter, Allie, was also on the plane when it crashed at DeKalb Peachtree Airport on Friday. Next month's track weekend will be used as a way to remember Jonathan Rosen.
Okay, well, what happened to the teenage daughter? She survived, or what is this? Victims? I don't think she survived. Okay, so now this guy wasn't. We see now they are saying this now. Now they are saying this. So this guy, well, they did say 2 adults, 2 kids didn't make it. That was 4 people. Why didn't say that was his teenage daughter? Now this guy is no more, and his daughter, his whole family. Oh boy.
Also his daughter, Allie, who would come to the track to watch her dad.
All praises to the Most High. You can't make this up, okay? The ley line are very active, aka the Michael line. Please, if somebody, one of the moderator can put the ley lines playlist and the chart in the comment board for us, for the people can watch it so they will understand what's going on here.
The Navy, and some other news on this Tuesday, has recovered the remains of 5 sailors along with the wreckage of a helicopter that crashed into the ocean about a month ago.
Yeah, you remember the MH-60S Seahawk helicopter crashed about 60 miles off the coast on August 31st while trying to land on the USS Abraham Lincoln. One member of the 6-person crew was pulled from the water before the aircraft sank. The Navy says it was found about a mile below the surface last Friday.
So those are the people that didn't make it, okay? I'm not quite sure which one make it. One of them survived. It was 5 of them. Wait, hang on. Let me see. I don't want to say his shit. Let me see. 5 crew. Oh, bodies of 5 crews, okay? Wait, hang on. None of them didn't make it. They make that news so complicated. Let's listen to what that is.
The Navy, and some other news on this Tuesday, has recovered the remains of 5 sailors along with the wreckage of a helicopter that crashed into the ocean about a month ago. Okay, 5 of them. Okay, they just got the body after a month ago. Can you imagine what the hell is going on here? Let me get this straight. So they were Navy sailors, is what that is? Is that what that is? The Navy, and some other news on this Tuesday, has recovered the remains of 5 sailors along with the wreckage of a helicopter that crashed into... So they were sailors, the helicopters crashed, and they could not swim? Is that what that is? All 5 of them die? How? Let me see. I think we made a video on this, but they didn't give us the information, okay? To the ocean about a month ago.
Yeah, you remember the MH-60S Seahawk helicopter crashed about 60 miles off the coast on August 31st while trying to land on the USS Abraham Lincoln. One member of the 6-person crew was pulled from the water before the aircraft sank. The Navy says it was found about a mile below the surface last Friday. The remains of the 5 sailors have been sent to Delaware for identification. Because it's really bad. Okay, let me enlarge this. Again, brothers, those things are being beamed into my head too fast. You got 5 sailors. They are in the Navy. They work on boats. They are sailors. I believe it's a requirement in the Navy to know how to swim. I believe that's what that is, to know how to swim. So I'm not no expert. This is me just talking here. And you got an airplane with 5 of those people in there, crash in the water. At least, beloved, they could have opened the door and swim up. By the time the airplane crashed, they could have jumped. It seems like what happened here, 60 miles off the coast, something pulled this airplane and paralyzed those people in there. They could not move. And then after a month, they find their remains. Bradley A. Foster, Lieutenant Paul R. Fridley, Naval Air Crewman Helicopter 2nd Class James P. Buryak, Hospital Corpsman 2nd Class Sarah F. Burns, Hospital Corpsman 3rd Class Bailey J. Tucker. Is this the typical look of Jacob? Those are the people that were supposed to bring Jacob's trouble. Those are the military men and military women that were supposed to drive or swim into the hood. I don't know where we have where they will have parked their giant boat in the hood. But anyway, they were supposed to come in the hood, take us, put us in FEMA camp and all that stuff. All those garbage that they did and doing Katrina, sending the National Guard over there to put order and shoot our people and beat our people. Those are the people that were supposed to do this. What happened? This story is more striking. I'm not quite sure what happened here. Was the door of the helicopter sealed? Couldn't they open the door? What happened here? Something in the water sealed and pulled them down, and they are no more. All praises to the Most High. Talking about this thing doesn't happen. I mean, that thing happened like every day. All praises. I have no idea what that is. I was searching for a video and somehow this video pop up. I was laughing my ass off, man. Look at this. What the hell is this? Like, why would those guys hold on to this helicopter? Is this fake? I don't know what that is, man. You know, this seems some kind of fake stuff going on. I don't know why the most I have me doing this, but look at this. Look at what's going on here. The people holding to the helicopter, and so for some I don't know what the hell is this. This is crazy, man. I thought, like, what the hell is that? Why would this video pop up on me? But anyway, yeah. Why would somebody would put I don't know why, but anyway, man, let's keep on moving, man. How long we are into this thing?
House fire.
Senator.
How long we are into this thing, brethren? Let me see. Oh boy, 1 hour and 12 minutes. It's already the 2:30 a.m. pre-recorded. Let us keep on moving, brethren.
We do begin with the tragedy in South LA. 3 people lose their lives from an overnight house fire.
Senator Endo, she joins us now live from the scene on an update on the investigation that remains now. Sandra.
All within the same family, Bob and Marlon. You can see the devastation left behind from this house fire here on the 8700 block of Compton Avenue and 87th Street, actually, right here in South LA. Now, this devastating attack.
Why this extreme close-up? Why is that?
A close-knit family that's been living here in this community for years and now definitely devastated after an early morning fire tore through their home, actually just before midnight. It took firefighters just a minute to extinguish the fire and may have had help by a fast-acting neighbor who family members here say used a garden hose before firefighters actually got to the scene. Now, family members here say Walterine Slack, a woman in her 80s, lived here. She was bedridden but shared this home with 3 of her grown children who helped her and her adult granddaughter.
Let me enlarge this. Boy. There we go. Just letting the people see this. Beautiful fire truck here with a beautiful number in there, but you know, we give the Most High praises and glory for that. 147, all praises. Let's keep on moving. Do your thing. You know what to do.
Was here as well. Unfortunately, 59-year-old Timothy Slack, who was a pastor in this community, suffered from diabetes, and he too was recently physically disabled at the time of the fire and was found pronounced dead here on the scene. Here's what family members had to say.
Again, brethren, sistren, this fire happened in the hood. It wasn't a big fire. It wasn't. The house is still there, and they were able to put this fire out with a garden hose. And I'm not sure what happened here, but this dude is a pastor, because it says pastor among 3 family members killed. Okay, in South Los Angeles house fire. Okay, pastor among 3 family members killed. So those are the 3 family members that didn't make it. And wait, all of them all didn't make it? I'm not quite sure, but let me say what I have to say here. We told you, Christians, okay, this is my uncle right there. This is my father right there. This is my brother right there. This is my cousin. This is my sibling. All right? When you told them, yo, you got to come to the Most High and stuff like that, they don't. Now, those people, those 3 people, if I'm not mistaken, because the news is very confusing, they are very tricky. If those people that we are watching here through this screen, those 3 black people, this family, these men, and those 2 women, they're all Christian, okay? And if those people did come upon the Most High, He will have mercy upon them. He will have mercy. But yet, they harden their hearts. They worship their own God. They did whatever they want. And now, they are no more. And Christian will come with that garbage. But they repent. They say, Jesus, they are in heaven now. Okay. Pastor among 3 family members killed in South Los Angeles house fire. You don't know what this Negro did to our people, man. How many people he literally bring straight to the fire of hell. Okay.
He had just gotten out of the hospital yesterday. He was just discharged from the hospital yesterday. And like I said, he was an amputee, so he wasn't mobile. He couldn't really get around, but like I said, they all stayed here and they helped one another. Everybody helped each other. Just a close-knit family.
Now, 4 other family members were transported to the hospital earlier this morning. 2 later succumbed from their injuries due to smoke inhalation and later died. 2 others are still on ventilators, according to family members. And obviously, just the sadness of the news here. There are more surviving brothers within the Slack family, and they say this community has certainly rallied around in support of this family, but devastating loss for the entire family and community here in South LA. Bob.
So, they didn't give the name of the dude. I didn't catch his name though. Well, they didn't give the name. Did they give the name of the dude? But he was a pastor, so they didn't give the age. I didn't catch the age. If you catch the name and the age, put it in the comment. But this guy was a pastor, okay? And then his whole family, they were Christian, and look what happened. Those people don't listen. Again, this is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the cities. This could have happened to anybody, but it happened to you, Christian. And we told you, you guys are catching hell out there. You refuse to repent.
24 of the volcano eruption.
Now, then again, I really don't like to take this guy's stuff. I just like to give the update. But anyway. Have your evacuation plan ready. Lava flows towards urban area. 800 people evacuated. 4.1 earthquake. The media keep this very silent. The media keep this very silent, okay? Now the urban area is being burned and a lot of people are being evacuated, okay? So go ahead and check this guy. Again, you know, I don't like to copy those stuff because, you know, he's a small YouTuber. You know, he grown though from 255K. When I saw that guy, he had like, you know, 200,000. Now he up 55,000. All praises to the Most High.
To area of Sacramento County from the sky. Big effort to put out flames in the Delta area of Sacramento County. From the sky, air tankers dropped retardant on the fire to try and stop the spread. And this morning, crews are still at work trying to contain the flames.
And KCRA3's Leticia Daz is joining us now, taking a closer look at the damage out there at that RV park, Rancho Marina RV Park.
Deirdre and Tony, good morning. You can see the devastation this morning. Mobile home after mobile home burned to the ground. This is one side of the street. You cross the street, it's the same situation. More melted mobile homes, as well as a number of cars that were charred out here.
So this happened the same day the airplane, well, it happened yesterday, October 12th. 30 homes burned down in the fire in Delta area of Sacramento County. 30 homes, brothers. And you see this. This is literally, okay, fiery conflagration of the city. Now you watch the previous fire of that family pastor. The fire happened in the hood. The Mosai show restraint. He literally killed the Christians. Okay, he killed the Christians. He took them out. The Christians are no more. Yet he left the hood untouched. Only one house, only one home is barely burned. Now over here in this quote unquote this mobile home community, he literally destroyed all of them and all their cars. All praises to the Most High. You can't make this up. Again, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a face like an afro. It's like a spiky hair right here. That's the forehead. That's the nose right here, and that's the lips. And then you know, it's looking that way. You know, this look like a turtle. You know, that's look like a turtle. Like, but again, like another Bowser like turtle. Okay, this is the face of this is like two faces. This face has spiky hair right here, and then you can see the eye right there, the nose, the lips right here, and the neck going down there. And this look like a face of a human face with a turtle shell. So you can see the nose right here, and the forehead, the chin right here, and the neck going to this turtle back. You can see the turtle shell. This is got some kind of strange chimera sphinx-like character animal. Anyway, this is Biglevi12. Anybody that can make sense out of this, let me know. But I don't know. This Gabodiel in the mist. So you see, beloved, how the Most High judged the people. He went in the hood in the midst of us, where the hood is safe. He started a very small fire that took 3 people out, and 2 of them are still in ventilation. Those are the Negroes that don't want to let this go. Okay, the pastors, the Christian, the Jesus people. Okay, they think this is a game. All right, the Most High only burned the house barely. He mainly used the smoke to take them out, because they did not succumb to the burnt. They succumbed to the smoke inhalation. And now look what the Most High did to those people. 30 homes gone. Let's watch again.
Big effort to put out flames in the Delta area of Sacramento County. From the sky, air tankers dropped retardant on the fire to try and stop the spread. And this morning, crews are still at work trying to contain the flames.
And
KCRA3's Leticia Daz is joining us now, taking a closer look at the damage out there at that RV park, Rancho Marina RV Park.
Very professional. She was still typing, but anyway.
Deirdre and Tony, good morning. You can see the devastation this morning. Mobile home after mobile home burned to the ground. This is one side of the street.
Mobile homes after mobile home burned to the ground. He burned 30 out of them. He could have easily burned some of you and killing yourself. Nope, he literally swept the Gentiles off the land.
Across the street, it's the same situation. More melted mobile homes, as well as a number of cars that were charred out here. And across the way, we see a couple of homes that were spared here. We also see the fire department out here in full force, a number of engines still trying to protect homes out here that remain standing. So last night, it was a very scary scene for families at the Rancho Marina RV Park. They were told to run for their lives. This fire started on Brannon Island Road yesterday afternoon. This was just before 4 p.m. A viewer shared this video with KCRA3, and you can see this air tanker coming in very low as 100 feet to the ground to stop the flames. This is a remote area, but there are a number of mobile homes around here, marinas, resorts, and campgrounds.
There you go, marina, resorts, and campground. You know who stays there.
This fire burned a total of 40 acres, and crews from at least 10 different agencies.
This fire burned a total of 40 acres, 30 home goes, 40 acres and a mule, 40 days in the wilderness, 40 plus 30. Zaza.
Responded. People who live in this neighborhood watched in horror as the wind caused this fire to spread so quickly.
We've seen this happen many times with the wind, and
Ralph Watkins, not quite sure. Oh, her father's home burned. I'm not quite sure if Ralph is a derivative of the word Raphael, but anyway, it's really late. Let me see if I can. I'm starting to sneeze. The thing is on, the fan is on, things are blowing on my nose. But anyway, let's keep going.
You can see the evidence right here. Wiped out. It's all gone.
It's all gone, Ralph.
Just Lord be with everybody.
The Lord be with everybody, man. Yo, Ralph just like say, hey man, hey, it's all gone. Like, the F you want me to do, Negro, it's all gone. The Lord be with everybody. All praises to the Most High, man. You can't make this up.
We lost everything.
We lost everything. That's right, Ralph.
And firefighters say, luckily, there have been no reports of injuries during this fast-moving fire. Everyone heard the warning and got out quickly. Officials remain out here this morning. They're trying to investigate what sparked the fire, but they do know that the winds played a role in causing it to spread so quickly. Reporting live in Isleton, Leticia Ordaz, KCRA3 News.
Okay, we give the Most High praises and glory, okay? All praises, all right? Now, beloved, this was up of plague number 2, fire great conflagration of the city. You can see Ralph over there. So is it Ralph? No, I don't want to look at that. I gotta finish this because I gotta go to sleep. It's already 2:44 a.m. So how long we are into this thing? 1:26. All right, this should be 2 hours. Now, beloved, you see with your own eyes how the Most High is destroying the people, is destroying the land, is destroying those people off the land. He's using the ley line to take those pilots, or those so-called 3 Gentiles being dismantled, disbanded, and dissolved. And you saw all those things, beloved, okay? Now, let us keep on moving. Let us get in deeper, okay? Plague number 2, fiery conflagration. You saw how the Most High used the fire in the hood in Compton, okay? Our beloved brothers and sisters, Brother Daniel, stay over there in South LA, okay? It was a very small fire in a house. It killed the pastor and the Christians, and the fire stopped. And then to other Gentiles, he used a burning, raging fire that burned down 30 homes. They have the airplane, the little airplane has a little bucket stop on the bottom. They didn't do anything. All the 30 homes are just burnt. And Ralph told you, man, hey, may the Lord be with them, man. Hey, everything is gone. You see how those people are breaking down now. You see how they don't call upon their Jesus. Excuse me. You see how they are humble. They are humbling themselves, man. Hey, this thing is gone. Hey, there's nothing we can do. It's may the Lord be with them. All praises to the Most High, man. Yeah, you're getting there, Ralph. You're getting there. All right. All praises. Let us keep on moving, brethren. Okay. Now, strong earthquake on the island of Crete today, Greece. Okay, this happened today on the 12th. All right. Okay. Okay. This is an earthquake that happened less than 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks after the other one happened in Greece, where let me mute that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna mute. Where that thing fell, a church dome fell on somebody and killed him, and killed that parishioner, and then now this happened in 2 weeks, brothers. And you see how they don't say they say it was a 6.3 or 5.3. They don't know that.
Okay, this happened yesterday, brothers, the 12th. Today's the 13th, just a few hours ago. Okay, this dude is bailing out. This is like, I'm getting the hell out of here. This dude, look at his feet. He said, holy feet, faithful field, don't fail me now. Run. All right, we give the Most High praises and glory, okay?
Milwaukee police Thursday night around.
All right, we give the Most High praises and
8
glory.
responding to a gun.
Let's see more, okay? Now. Okay, that's more. All right? Earthquake, man. Earthquake. And those people are thinking this is a game. This is plague number 10. Thunder, voices, and destroying earthquake. And also number 5. Destruction by earthquake. Okay? This is no joke. Okay, they say it's a 6.4. It was a 6.3. Then it's a 6.4 magnitude, okay? And they call it a 6.4 magnitude tremor, Rattles Crete. Not an earthquake, but a tremor. All right, let's see this dude with his holy feet, faithful feet. Oh, hell, that guy's out. Men do not have the power to cause things like this. The Gentiles cannot stand in the glory and in front of the glory of the Most High. They cannot stand and fight the Most High. When the Most High shake the earth, they run. They can talk all the big talk and great talk and speak great things towards the Most High. But when the Most High starts shaking the earth, they all flee. Cowards. Greece been catching hell. Turkey, the Most High used the grease to cook the turkey. The fires, the flood, the earthquake over there upon you people. The Most High is in the midst. Michael is there. All right. So look at the cause. When the earthquake happened, look at the cause. Okay, the car stopped. The car stopped. They don't stop the car, brothers. It's the car stop, and then they realize that it was an earthquake, and then they keep moving. Lay line. All right. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. All right. Got this. No? Yeah. Greece is catching hell, man. They've been having so many earthquakes, and they've been having so many floods, fires. It's all upon them, yet they keep it very quiet. Now, let's read this, brothers, okay? Strong earthquake shakes Greek island of Crete for second time in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, brothers. This should have tell you people, wait a minute, something is going on over there. Something is happening, man. Something is going on. What is it? Why we suffer 2 earthquakes in 2 weeks? October 12th, UPI. For the second time in about 2 weeks, a powerful earthquake shook the Greek island of Crete on Tuesday. The 6.4 magnitude quake struck on the island early Tuesday afternoon and was followed by multiple aftershocks, the U.S. Geological Survey said. The National Observatory of Athens Geodynamic Institute measured the quake at a magnitude of 6.3, yet this is 6.4. They don't know what's going on. 6.3 destruction. The quake was felt all over the island, and it caused concern because we are still feeling the aftershocks from the previous shakes. Crete Deputy Regional Governor Yanis Leon Darakis, Leon mean lion, okay, the Lion of Judah is there, said, according to the Greek reporter, The USGS said the epicenter Tuesday was located just off the southeastern coast of Crete near Pel Castro of a depth of 6.2 miles. A 6.0 earthquake rattled the island on September 27 and caused death of one person. Hundreds of homes and business were damaged. So a 6.0 happened 2 weeks ago, and then a 6.3 happened. And those people think the Most High is joking. You got people out there saying, the Illuminati, Biglevi. The Illuminati is doing this. The elite is doing it. The enemy have up. The enemy have this. The enemy have that. Those people are always flaunting, the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans, the Greeks and the Romans, they know everything. They invented every civilization. So they're over there destroying their own civilization. Is that what that is? That thing even recording right now. So the Greeks and the woman, they are destroying Rome, Italy, okay? Is being destroyed by all those flood and all those hailstorm and airplane stuff. And then Greek is being having all those earthquake and floods and fire. Yet they are the birthplace of civilization. Is that what that is? So the elite is doing this. They are destroying their own stuff. Get out of here, man. This is the work of the Most High. We give him praises and glory. Again, beloved brothers and sisters, this is plague number 5, destruction by earthquake, and then plague number 10, thunder voices and destroying earthquake. All praises to the Most High.
The search continues for the suspects who beat a man after he drove his truck onto a sidewalk, nearly hitting several people. The driver, Milguen Lopez Santos, died apparently from that beating.
Family and friends of Santos are holding a vigil for him tonight. They're also making a plea to Hawthorne city officials.
Ed Lask goes live for us in Hawthorne with the details. Ed.
Okay, before we go into this, stay out of it.
Ed.
And that vigil is going on even as we're talking at this point. Candles being lit at the very spot where all of this happened very early Saturday morning here on the sidewalk, Rosecrans and Hawthorne. The crosses, relatives are here, family members, and a lot of friends of the man who was pulled from that pickup truck, ID'd as 40-year-old Milguen Santos. He was allegedly beaten to death by a group of men from a nearby bar after Santos is driving his pickup truck on the sidewalk. A lot of tears here, and this is security video that shows Santos in his white pickup truck driving down the sidewalk moments after he's asked to leave that bar.
Okay, so this guy just drove straight to the ley line. He thought he was on the road, but yet, hey.
This is he gets in the pickup truck and he drives down the sidewalk. He stops, and at some point he begins to drive forward. He hits the next building over, a liquor store. The vehicle comes to an end there, and then you see a group of about 4 men come around, open the driver's side door, pull Santos out, and that's where the beating takes place as the investigation is now on. Family members, though, say this is a case of murder. This is not about vigilante justice. They should have just held down Santos, they're saying, until police arrived a few minutes later, and they're calling it murder. They want some answers. Listen to the sister-in-law.
All we want is answers. We want to know what happened. We want justice. Because what happened to my brother, he did not deserve that. It shouldn't have went that far. Why did they have to keep on stopping on him like that? It's not fair. What if it was somebody in your family?
No, that's just what used to happen to our people. When it happened to our people, everybody's very quiet. When our black men being stumped and beat to death and things like that, I don't see you people coming and talk like this. Now it's happening to you, and then now you're telling us, what if this happened to our family? Well, it been happening to us. Where were you?
Now live, the family very emotional, as you can imagine, but also stressing they do not condone in any way Santos on the sidewalk driving down. But the sister-in-law pointing out she does not feel that Santos was trying to hit anybody. The family's take on it is that Santos was trying to escape whatever happened in the bar, and he was trying to get away.
Okay, Santos means sense. Okay, we know this is a message for us.
And he wasn't able to, and then the group that he had an altercation with earlier came back and pulled him from the vehicle. All of this, though, under investigation by authorities, and they are saying at this point they have 4 possible suspects, 4 prime suspects, they're saying, but no arrests have been made yet. This investigation wide open.
All praises to the Most High. Stay out of it, okay? Well, this is plague number 9. Well, it was an execution by a sword, but that dude got executed by legs and punching and stomping. All praises to the Most High.
Manasseh, the Republican congressman from North Carolina, he is now calling for a holy war.
So there you goes again, Madison. Okay, this name used to belong to men, but to women. Or am I dealing with a transformer here? Because it could, but anyway. So Madison Carlton calls for a holy war. This is a thank you for the sister that sent us this video. This fellow, you know, they think they can fight the Most High and fight the children of the Most High. Again, the name Madison, we know what that means. Okay, back to Eden. All right, back to Atlantis. All praises.
He recently spoke to Christian conservatives in North Carolina and posted the video of his remarks with some images overlaid and edited in. Watch.
I feel a spiritual battle going on Capitol Hill. The only way that we take our country back is when strong, God-fearing patriots decide it is time for us to stand up and say no to your tyranny. Now is a time for our pastors and our congregations, like this one here, like many of you that you represent. It's time for us to stand up and declare bold.
You see how the Most High literally, brothers, I'm not making fun of this guy. This dude literally say it's time for us to stand up. The Most High brought this man over there, this dude in this situation. He literally say it's time for us to stand up. And you are unable to do that, sir. If you Christian of just now finding out that you need to fight tyranny because the government is the tyranny and stuff. We need to have a holy war and stuff. We need to pray more. You just find that out. You see how the Most High humiliated this dude? Let's listen to this guy again. I don't know why they had that music very loud on this thing, but anyway.
And say no to your tyranny. Now is a time for our pastors and our congregations, like this one here, like many of you that you represent. It's time for us to stand up and declare boldly that as men and women of faith, we have a duty to stand against tyranny. We have a duty to be civically involved. We have a duty to save this country for the next generation. Back into the Old Testament. Look at David. Look at Daniel. Look at Esther. Look at all of these people who influenced the governments of their day.
This guy is swagger jacking us, brothers. This guy literally say, look at David, look at Esther, look at Daniel. All right, Madison, we know you've been swagger jacking our people. Whatever, man.
To uphold Christian principles.
There you go, the mark of the beast right there.
Anybody want to tell him? Anybody? Well, Madison Cawthorn, clearly not the best and brightest. As Daily Kos wrote, even one who isn't Christian knows that no one in the Old Testament was fighting to uphold Christian principles.
All right, that's what that is.
Christ wasn't even born at the time of the Old Testament, which is based on the Hebrew Bible or the Torah. Jack, I'm just, this one, look, you want to call for a holy war, you want to call for a spiritual awakening.
So now you Christian are calling for a holy war. You coming when the war in the midst of you being destroyed, and then now it's time for stand up. A guy like this literally say, oh, we need to stand up. To what? To tyranny? Call a holy war? How do you call a holy war? By praying? Is that what that is? Your fate is sealed. All praises to the Most High, man. You Christian.
Their profession is a calling, but some are calling it quits.
It's hard to talk about.
Veterinarians across BC are overworked, burnt out, so stressed they are turning their backs on what they love.
My profession is hurting, and it's in trouble.
With the pandemic, people needed pets, companionship, and isolation, a boom in business, and a burden.
There definitely is guilt and just a feeling of being overwhelmed all the time and like you can't ever catch up.
So those are the people, okay? When push come to shove, they cry. Oh, I'm burning out, too much pressure on me, and the work is too much. Those are the hard-working patriot. Well, this is in Canada. Thank you to the beloved brother I Reforms for bringing us this. Those are the people that loves animal. Those are the people complaining now, oh, I'm overworked.
because you never been in this situation. Those are the managers, the people that used to make our schedules and work our people to death and make them do all the job. Now our people just walk away because they don't want this garbage thank you that you guys are forcing upon them. And a lot of them, well, a lot of the people are no more. So now you have to do the job that you're supposed to do, and then you quit because too much pressure. You burn out. Is that what that is?
SBC vet says the situation is so dire, colleagues are taking their own lives.
A lot of suicide because of the whole thing.
I know of too many to count, and then there's 4 that were a lot closer to me. It's a lot of loss.
Because they're not used to work that much, brothers. They're not used to work that much. They used to do light work and then enjoy the blessing and then go around and do whatever the hell they want, taking vacation left and right, calling police on our people, do whatever the hell they want. Now they really have to work now, and then they are killing themselves.
She's hoping her words can bring empathy. People purchasing puppies and the stress that comes with it transferred to their local vet.
And then there's that emotional distress, on behalf of the owner, and often that gets displaced onto veterinary staff who are just trying to help.
The Society of BC Veterinarians is aware.
What we're hearing statistically is that the number of suicides or suicide attempts or suicidal thoughts amongst veterinarians are rising disproportionately from other occupations and other populations.
Okay, so that means the veterinarian or whatever the veterinarian, they are killing themselves like faster than any other people. Well, after the police officers and all the scumbags. But what happened here? Those people are being overworked. That means they cannot do. What the hell is it? How are you you taking care of freaking dogs and cats and other animals? How are you being overworked? Okay, which showed you, brothers, this thing is real out there. This is in Canada. Okay, this is in Canada. So those people, they are quitting and then they are killing themselves. We give the Most High praises and glory, man. You people cannot handle stress. You cannot handle, you weren't built for that. All praises to the Most High.
6 on-board assaults. MARTA bus drivers attacked. These shocking incidents caught on camera. Some passengers caught in the middle. We first exposed these transit troubles over the summer. MARTA telling us about dozens of assaults on buses.
Well, now after our story first aired, the transit system is making changes. CBS 46's Sierra Cummings live in Atlanta for us, explaining the new efforts to keep everybody on board Sierra safe.
Here's the thing. These assaults not only put bus operators at risk, but also you, the passenger. These bus drivers believe they have a very dangerous job. But after our investigation, MARTA PD took action, from adding undercover operations to more patrols.
It won't work. And we've been seeing this, brothers. A lot of people are out of their freaking mind, and the transportation is turning upside down. But people are fighting people, killing people, shooting at buses. Buses are getting into crashes. Bus drivers are being no more in Miami. 7 bus driver gone in a week. Every day, one of them gone. This isn't going to stop. This has nothing to do with the passenger safety. None of this. The blessing is done. 16/19/2019. Pay up.
A CBS 46 investigation found 44 assaults on MARTA buses from January to June this year.
Just put yourself in my shoes for a minute and just imagine the day in life that I have to deal with. Could you really do this 5 and 6 days a week? They wouldn't even dare try and do what we do.
Exactly. So our people work, and this is true stress out there, dealing with a bunch of freaking two-third and scumbags.
After we expose the transit troubles,
strides in more policing.
MARTA police say they added plainclothes officers to routes, riding undercover with passengers, increased patrols, and trained more bus drivers on de-escalation techniques.
Do you feel like more could be done?
Well, I feel like there's always room for improvement.
Sergeant Dania Littles credits those measures for fewer attacks. Our investigation found there's been 15 more reported assaults on drivers since our story first aired, but no major uptick, only 5.
This guy getting this dude getting the bus with the freaking hammer, man. This guy holding a hammer in hammer time, man. What the hell?
Only 5 reports each month after the implemented changes back in July.
We're just going to keep going hard with that. Keep assigning more officers. Keep the communication open between.
Okay, her name is Denia Littles. What about the other dude? The other dude name is Denia too? Whatever.
The police and the bus operators.
The local transit union claims MARTA failed to see the problems until we showed the public what was happening.
So again, right above her, the number, 444. I believe this is 0, but I can see it. But 444, you know what to do.
Public what was happening. Union rep David Ward says workers still feel vulnerable. And while they recognize the recent improvements, they hope the change persists much longer than the transit troubles.
Just want the MARTA management to understand that.
Okay, all right. David Ward. All right, brother David. David always there too.
Employees deserve a safe work environment and to put forth a good effort to provide, top tier policing, training, and any other.
Garbage. All praises to the Most High, man. This won't work.
Terrifying moments for customers when a woman walks into a cell phone store and suddenly starts shooting. Police say that woman was angry after being fired, so she came back and confronted the store manager. The whole thing was caught on camera.
And we have learned she has a history of arrests for violent behavior. Local 10's Leanne Morahone is live. She has more on this one. Leanne.
Well, listen, those arrests were misdemeanors, and in the end, the charges were dropped. She has never faced anything like what she's facing now. The victim in this case, as you mentioned, is the manager at the store. And he says that at one point he and the suspect were friends, even outside of work. But it was only after the suspect was fired from the store right behind me that she decided to take matters into her own hands and come back with a gun.
27-year-old Rachel Boisset is charged with attempted felony murder. She's accused of showing up to a Lauderhill cell phone store and shooting her former boss. It happened Friday night at the Metro by T-Mobile store along the 5500 block of West Oakland Park Boulevard. According to documents, Boisset entered and left the store several times Friday between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. It's alleged, quote, Rachel Boisset entered the business again and confronted the victim about her firing and blamed him for it. Rachel continued to talk to the victim, but he ignored her and did not respond to her. Rachel Boisset then produced a black handgun, pointed it at the victim, and shot him. Still photos from surveillance video show Boisset holding and pointing the gun. Documents also allege Boisset repeatedly tried shooting the victim through a bathroom door, but the gun malfunctioned. The victim was taken to the hospital with several gunshot wounds.
I don't understand nothing.
No one wanted to speak when we came to a Sunrise home linked to Boisset. Boisset turned herself in to police over the weekend.
We did reach out to T-Mobile.
So the 2/3, they're crazy over there. Again, we went over this. There's nothing else to say about that, The 2/3, man, they are expendable. You gotta love and hate those people, man. All praises. Definitely, and that's not the Most High plan. Inside America, last white-only church. YAHAWAH.
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, winds are really starting to kick up here in Agua Dulce. People who live here tell me they have already received several alerts about a potential public safety power shutoff in this area. One man I spoke with earlier says power was shut off in Agua Dulce about 20 times last year because of strong Santa Ana winds. He says this year hasn't been too bad until now.
Wow, look at this. Oh boy.
Caltrans recorded strong winds on a closed section of Route 138 near Lancaster. In fact, strong winds kicked up dust across the Antelope Valley today. Palmdale, Lancaster, and Victorville were affected. Officials warn visibility can quickly drop to less than 1 mile, creating dangerous or impossible driving conditions. Slow down, use headlights, or avoid certain areas altogether.
It won't work. It won't work. This is plague number 10. Okay, the weather, dust storm blows in South California amid windy condition. It won't work.
Classes are canceled at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill today to allow students to focus on their mental health. This comes after authorities over the weekend found one student dead in a residence hall and received another call about an attempted suicide. Death by suicide is the second leading cause of death among college-age people. I want to bring in NBC News Now's Isa Gutierrez. Isa, good morning. What does this tell us about how college students are feeling in this COVID age?
Hey, Jose, good morning. Well, first of all, prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, this was already an age group that faced a lot of change, a lot of instability, a lot of insecurity. So mental health experts are telling me that when you add on a pandemic to that, it really compounds the stressors.
Boy, it's just like I despise when those people just standing there in line. Your blessing is over. You guys are done. That's what that is. That has nothing with the stress and compounding and stuff and COVID and then pandemic and stuff.
For college students, according to a recent national survey, over 50% of college students reported suffering from mental exhaustion. Now, here at UNC Chapel Hill, I spoke with some students who told me that they're overwhelmed with school, COVID, and now with the deaths of their peers. Take a listen.
I was really upset, and a lot of my classmates were also really upset because there were students just like us, and it almost feels like a lot of pressure that's put on us.
But they'll put on you for what, man? You guys are in school. All they ask you is to cheat the way that you used to do, okay? Pay those Kenyan and then do your homework and all that stuff. How is that difficult?
Always be going all the time without any breaks.
What do you mean? What is this? And then they caught it.
And like you mentioned, Jose, classes are canceled here today on campus.
Anyway, so as you can see, brethren, the suicide rate is going very high in the midst of the heat. And so, yeah, whatever, man.
While here in Milton, staff shortages are in fact the reason that there were big delays in their testing program. The National Guard stepping in to help with COVID testing in schools, all because of staff shortages.
Yeah, no hish.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I think together we have to fight this virus and do the best we can to keep our children safe.
The governor calling up 200 members of the National Guard to help with COVID testing in K-12 schools. In Milton, the superintendent expected to have the Test and Stay program up and running months ago.
So that's the second time he called the National Guard, okay, because they have shortages. Where are those people? What they are doing? Those school teachers, or where are those people?
They had an overwhelming number of schools or school districts that applied for the testing program, and it was a little bit of a shortfall.
The state says more than 2,200 schools signed up for testing. Milton superintendent says because of the staff shortage, dozens have had to quarantine, causing disruptions. He's grateful the governor called up the Guard, but wishes it were done earlier.
I appreciate the steps that state has taken, but had this been available in the start of school, that would alleviate a lot of anxiety and frustration for a lot of families.
Oh boy, those people are anxiety, stress, and stuff. Whatever.
In a statement, the governor says today's activations will ensure that we have additional staffing support for our school testing programs to help kids stay safe. In Milton, they're hoping to get the testing program up and running this week.
So this guy, a couple of weeks ago, he activated them to drive those kids to school, and now he wants them to stay in the school to help them test. And then next thing you know, they will want them to teach the children, you know. That's what's gonna come to.
The disruptions are very hard for parents, especially parents with younger children. You have to take off work, you have to find alternative childcare.
Those people cannot handle stress at all.
Now here in Milton, they say CIC Health has hired an additional nurse. They expect to get that testing program up and running as soon as possible. And certainly in some districts, National Guard expects to be administering tests as early as next week.
Yeah, right. You guys were supposed to bring Jacob's trouble. Now look at you.
They're calling it a pandemic with a pandemic within a pandemic, and it hasn't gotten much better.
We're talking about domestic violence. It really has intensified over the past year and a half, and with the winter months right around the corner, experts do fear the situation could get even worse. Megan Woods following this story for us tonight. Megan, there is a possibility of a spike in victims and survivors.
Yeah, well, between COVID and flu season, people may be staying home a lot more than they have in past winters. And that leads to the question, what does that mean when home isn't safe for everyone?
It has been scary and hopeful.
That duality is how Amy Nima of Haven, a domestic violence shelter in Oakland County, describes what they've seen in the last year and a half.
It's definitely increased in how concerned we are, but there's also been so much hope by way of, the community response to the issue.
Her shelter, along with First Step and Wayne, are seeing a shift, more intense abuse. Oakland County alone saw more homicides related to domestic violence in the pandemic.
What we're seeing is an increase in strangulation.
According to First Step,
You heard that? An increase of strangulation. The Gentiles are killing each other. Husbands are killing their wives, and wives are shooting their husband because they hate their guts. Those people, because now they are locked up with each other in the house, they cannot stand each other. I married you for your look, and I married you for your money. I married you because, I don't know, you were making good money. Because you were cool. And now that I spend so much time with you, I realize how much of a scum that you are. And I despise and hate you. You're not making enough money. Or, well, you are gaining weight. Oh, and then a fight and stuff. Cursed be the husbands. Cursed be their wives. Cursed be their weddings. Cursed be their marriages.
since March 2020, domestic violence reports have increased locally by 35%. While we are further in the pandemic, the next few months will still be a challenge.
When it is colder, when we start to isolate, we do start to stay in more. Again, that creates increase in access for violence.
They are anticipating another difficult winter.
You need to be able to call for help. It's really hard to do that when you don't have any time alone.
But with October being Domestic Violence Awareness Month, there's hope more people will seek help or lend help.
And the silver lining is that the community has really come out to show support for us.
That's not what that is, when you people are hating each other's gut and then you are killing each other. The plague is heavy upon you people.
Breaking news right now at Aventura. Crews responding to a medical emergency inside of a high-rise involving a person and an elevator.
Let's get right over to Local 10's Christian De La Rosa live on the scene with new information for us. Christian.
Well, just within the past 30 minutes, we've been informed that this started as a medical call and is now a recovery. So Miami-Dade Fire Rescue is still here at the scene at the Harbor Towers on Yacht Club Drive here in Aventura.
Aventura is a Hish place. That's why you got Jacob Drive, okay? Jacob Drive. It's a Hish community. And then the Hish, Aventura been in the news for a while now. Some dude was cooking meth over there. Another guy, he flee. He got on top of stuff, started pouring gasoline on top of the stuff. And now there's a dude die in an elevator.
Ventura and Sky 10 flew over the scene. What we're told is a security guard called around 2 o'clock to report that somebody was in trouble in the elevator. And once authorities arrived, they have come to find out that there is now a body in the elevator. And we just spoke to police, like I said, just within the past 30 minutes. Go ahead and take a listen.
Once the officers arrived, it appears that the investigation shifted to something that happened in the elevators. At this time, we are conducting a criminal investigation.
So again, police telling us there are a lot of questions surrounding
high rise, Hish place, beautiful, like luxury Hish over there, that stuff.
What happened in this elevator? Again, this going from a rescue operation to a recovery. There is a body in the elevator inside this building. We're told this person has not been identified. The body has not been identified. They're working on contacting next of kin. Residents are being rerouted to the back of the building as they did identify. He was one of those elevator engineer, and then he's no more. I don't know what happened. Frankly, I don't care. Elevator, those things go to the ley line and all that stuff. And of course, the elevator. Are you going to go to the penthouse or to the ground floor?
Right now at noon, fire crews put out a fire at a high-rise condominium in Delray Beach. Good afternoon. I'm Tiffany Kenny.
And I'm Mark Kelly. Thank you for joining us for WPBF 25 News at noon. Now, no injuries reported at this time. Our Suji Nam joining us live just outside that condo on South Oceanside Boulevard. And Suji, what do we know about it?
Again, another Hish community, high-rise condo. You see how those people are catching hell in their high-rise condo stuff.
About this fire at this hour.
Good afternoon, Mark. Well, officials tell us that nobody was home when the fire broke out. They did need to evacuate a few residents, but overall are really glad that nobody was injured this morning. Now, Delray Beach fire crews responded to a fire alarm at the Ocean Place condo building on South Ocean Boulevard around 5:40 Tuesday morning. Officials say the fire started in the bedroom and bathroom area of a unit on the 5th floor. The Palm Beach County Fire Rescue rushed to the scene Tuesday morning to help, and officials had gotten the fire under control in just a few minutes. Investigators say there were 15 to 20 residents in the entire building at the time. Firefighters had also evacuated 6 elderly residents, one who was in a wheelchair.
That high-rise structure fire is a very dangerous situation because you have
Danny Moschella, Danielle. Okay, Danny's Dan, Danielle. You know, they are derivative of Daniel 12 verse 1. We already know who's there.
a building of residents. We don't know how many residents are in there at the time. This was early morning, so people were sleeping. They're trying to get themselves out.
We were going to bring our daughter to school, and
again, another David, King David in the midst. Okay, David Madrid.
you know, we saw a bunch of fire trucks, and they said that there was a loud explosion or something, you know, along those lines, and smoke coming everywhere.
Traffic had been blocked on South Ocean Boulevard for...
Again, those people, the Haitian community is catching hell, man. All praises.
Now to the arrest of a local pastor in a county just up past Michigan's Thumb area.
He's accused of trying to use his car as a weapon against sheriff's deputies. This happened in Aranac County, just off the Alger exit of I-75. Victor Williams live tonight with more on what happened. And Victor, it appears this isn't his first brush with the law either.
Not at all, Jason and Kimberly. It's because of that reason that church service will never be the same.
Again, this dude name is Victor, you know, another name for Victor, Victoria, victorious. You know who's in the midst? All praises.
I was like shocked when I heard about it.
57-year-old David Jones is facing...
Again, another King David, okay? He's 57, all right? We just watched another David, and then the most I say, the house of David will have a king on it, and Michael is in the midst making the way. All praises. That's what that is. All right.
Charges of attempted murder after allegedly trying to hit deputies with a vehicle he was believed to have been operating while under the influence.
Never saw anything.
A drunk pastor.
Out of the ordinary.
Jones just so happens to be pastor of Hilton Oaks Baptist Church in Ferndale. However, Jones's last
Trunk or treat October 31st, providing a safe environment for your children. What? Is trunk? I'm not quite sure. Are you going to put the kids in the trunk of a car? What?
last round of problems happened Wednesday around 1 in the morning. That's when deputies got a call about him doing some suspicious activity at a convenience store in Arnack County. Apparently, when deputies made it to the scene, Jones did not want to be cooperative and allegedly decided to drive his car across a busy street, ramming it straight into the business across the way. Deputies say Jones then turned his car towards the deputies and proceeded to put the pedal to the metal.
And then he didn't get shot. Okay.
Ramming the vehicle the officers were driving.
Kind of go out of your way to take someone's life is kind of next level.
People near
Okay, another Patel, another Elamites, okay?
Hilton Oaks Baptist Church, like Kelsey and Mayuri, never saw anything out of the ordinary, but are in shock that a man of the cross can be such a sinner.
He's someone that's held to a higher standard and supposed to lead the community. It shouldn't be getting DUIs and trying to run over police officers.
Exactly, that's what that is, but he's not.
And turns out this isn't Jones's first rodeo, as the pastor already has a whopping total of 8 prior drinking and driving offenses.
He doesn't care. I mean, I'm a mother-loving pastor. What's up with you, Negro? I can drink, I can drive, I can do whatever I want.
In my book, strike 3, you're out. Because innocent people are being killed by drunk drivers.
Okay, this guy did this thing 8 times.
And no one here at the church could be reached for comment, but in the meantime, we're told that Jones is facing a $1 million bond.
Wow. Wow. Make no mistake, the moment they release this guy, our people will be the first coming to this church right after they watch this. And I have no doubt some of you are going to that guy church and you're watching this. The first time they say he back in the church, you're going to go say, oh, Jesus forgive him. Jesus and stuff.
A Gwinnett County police recruit is dead after he suffered what police are calling a medical emergency during his training. The recruit, Ronald Donat from Stockbridge, CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy is live outside the training facilities. What a tough day it must be for everybody in that building where you are. What more can you tell us about this?
Yeah, Rick, definitely tough for everyone here. And what we can tell you is that police say that Donat was medically evaluated before doing any training and that it was only 45 minutes into the training course before EMTs were called.
45 minutes. This guy wanted to be a cop. Okay. Gwinnett Police Department recruit dies after medical emergency. He wanted to be part of the system. He wanted to brutalize our people. He wanted to go against the people, the Most High people, and then 45 minutes, you know what to do, the Most High took him.
EMTs rushed to the Gwinnett County Police Training Facility after recruit Ronald Donat collapsed early Tuesday morning.
A recruit with the 112th Training Academy experienced a medical emergency this morning and was transported to a local hospital where he later died.
Police say Donat was on the physical training course when staff noticed he was lethargic. They say he was instructed to rest and sit down. After some time passed, he wanted to continue but still seemed confused. At some point he collapsed and department EMTs treated him before he stopped breathing and CPR was started.
The medical examiner is examining the cause of death and we don't have that determination at this time.
Donat was 41 years old and police say was checked out before going on to the training course. Police say they have had recruits in their 50s trained before.
The age ranges for all our recruits. There's no age specific.
That has nothing to do with the age of this fellow. The Most High took him because he was going to do dirty things unto our people.
Donat's death marked the first time a Gwinnett County police recruit has died during training, according to police. His death has hit hard with everyone in the department.
So those guys can even recruit. They are short-handed. They're trying to recruit people, then they are dying. We give the Most High praises and glory.
He leaves behind a wife and 2 daughters.
It is an emotional time here for Gwinnett County Police and the training staff and the recruits. We have procedures in place to ensure that they receive counseling services.
You see this, the Most High is taking those guys out, man. All praises, okay?
Just 2 days after taking an immediate medical leave, longtime chairman and chief executive officer of Hasbro, Brian Goldner, has died. The 58-year-old joined the toy maker in 2000 and was appointed CEO in 2008. Last year, Goldner said he had been under continued medical treatment following a cancer diagnosis in 2014. Hasbro Tuesday said Goldner was beloved, calling him the, quote, heart and soul of Hasbro, adding that he expanded the company beyond toys and games, into television, movies, digital gaming, and more. Board member Rich Stoddard has replaced Goldner on an interim basis.
So, that was the guy responsible for Transformer and stuff. He died a few days after he retired, and this is this video right there 8 months ago. This is him talking.
The quarter and the full year, I mean, everything from OpperNet to margins, e-commerce up 43 for the full year, and yet you're one of many companies sort of pressing against these worries about deceleration as we come out of this pandemic. What is the best answer to that?
That was in February. They're like, we're coming out this pandemic. We made it. And then Hasbro CEO Brian Goldner, another Hish, on strong fourth quarter earnings results. Yeah, that was strong.
Well, what we've really seen is continued interest of consumers around the world for our gaming business, which was up double digits. It's up double digits year to date in January. Our toy business, you look at our Nerf brand.
Hish, what happened here? Oh crap, did they cut my internet off? Well, if they cut it, I'm gonna... Oh crap, I think they did. Yep, they did. No internet. Oh boy, 331, no internet. I may have to continue this when I woke up. Yep, no internet. Yeah, 3:31 they did that. They did this. Well, let me go ahead and read this article while they cut the internet. I'll let this guy go. So, this article. So, former Starbreeze CEO Michael Nermak has died. Okay, that was 8 days ago. Former CEO of Starbreeze Studio Michael Nermak has died. The 50-year-old was diagnosed with cancer last year, say Liquid Swords founder Christopher Sundberg, another Hish, in the LinkedIn post and announced the news of Nermak passing on behalf of Michael family. It is with very healthy heart that we let you know. So, yeah, that's what happened. This fellow, he's no more. Okay, his name is Michael, and he was a CEO just like that other CEO that you watch. And a bunch of CEOs, brothers, they are no more because the contract is done. 50 years old. You spent 50 years enjoying this blessing. You're gone.
In the face of extremely low manpower, Fox 5 has learned Atlanta police officers are being pulled away from their neighborhood assignments to guard suspects undergoing medical treatment at Grady Hospital. This is not normal, according to longtime city councilman Michael Bond.
Of course, because they are running out of people. Okay, because they are running out of people. That's why this is not normal. Because you guys do not want to tell the truth. Atlanta police officers pulled from neighborhoods to watch hospitalized suspects. You've been pulled from the neighborhood. The Most High is removing you from the neighborhood, from the hood. Don't be giving me neighborhood. Just take the neighborhoods. They take the neighbor out of the hoods. Okay? Atlanta police officer pulled from the hoods to watch hospitalized suspects. Don't be standing in the hood, man. The Most High is secure. The Most High is bringing the hood into safety. Goshen. You scumbag need to go somewhere else and do your stuff.
Citizens who have complained about daily police coverage are sounding off about this practice. Fox 5's Morse Diggs is live in Northeast Atlanta with an exclusive. And Morse, what have you learned to be behind this?
Well, it's actually the assignment of staff at the downtown city jail, but we've been telling you for more than a year about the downsizing of that facility. So some days and some nights there's just not enough corrections officers to go to Grady, so it falls on the police officers to be on watch on the hospital floor. That means...
Bro, I don't think the people understand the magnitude of this issue right there, brothers. They refuse to tell the people what truly is going on out there. Where are those people gone? What happened to them? What's going on out there? Why are you guys having all those issues and problems? Now you have to take the police out of the hood and send them to watch people in the hospital? What is this?
He or she is not in your neighborhood. A door got kicked in along Merritt's Avenue on the north side of Atlanta. It was the beginning of a burglary September 29th. Atlanta police were able to respond in time to catch the man allegedly involved in the crime. But before Larry Schumacher was driven to the Fulton County Jail lockup, he told the officer he felt chest pain. So Schumacher was taken to Grady Hospital. The police officer, in an unusual step, had to stay with him at the hospital for hours instead of being able to go back to patrol and protect citizens on his beat.
Are you aware, or can you give us an update as...
Let me just enlarge this, and then let me drink a little water. Let me hydrate the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Yep. Yeah, so people think we are making this thing up, man. We're not. Beat officers pulled for guard duty at hospital. Yeah, Officer Michael Bond. Okay.
To why APD officers are sitting on these inmates as opposed to the corrections guys?
Yes, Councilmember Bond, we are aware that this has been occurring.
Councilman Michael Bond knew that was not the normal process and asked a commander why a city corrections staffer didn't take over.
So this is a shift shortage on the correction side?
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
What, a shift, maybe 2 shifts, sitting on an individual?
It's possible, sir, depending on the circumstances and the staffing of the Department of Corrections on that day.
With the crisis in our community on crime that we have, I mean, I see that as a big problem.
When I first heard about this, I was actually quite shocked.
This Atlanta resident also has questions.
We already have a shortage of officers on the street patrolling and addressing the crime situation that we have ongoing, and then going and taking an officer that is so valuable to us and having them essentially babysit.
That's what it is. So you freaking Karens won't be calling the cops on our people for no freaking reason. That's why the Most High is pulling them off the hood. That's why he make them watch that guy sleeping in the tree for 2 days.
A prisoner at the hospital is just mind-boggling to me.
So if that suspect needs medical treatment for a full day, 24 hours, that's a total of 3 police officers covering 3 shifts on duty at the hospital. Mr. Bond said that he wants the Chief of Corrections to show up at the next Public Safety Committee meeting.
Get out of here. So they don't have people to watch the prisoners, because if you let the prison unguarded, the prisoner just gonna walk out of there. Okay, and you don't have enough police to policing the people. What's going on here? Get out of here, Negro. Well, not that brother right here, brother. Morse Dig did a fantastic job, but to the officers and scumbag police officers, they can go straight to hell.
To get to Detroit's East English Village Academy today to help get a massive brawl under control. Multiple arrests were made after the district says a food fight spun out of control and got violent.
Dozens of officers then rushed to the school to get it under control and get students back to the classroom. Victor Williams was there as students were being hauled out of the building.
Very frightening experience for parents. Take a look at the school, East English Village Prep Academy, still on lockdown ever since that major fight broke out in the cafeteria. We're told that chairs were flying and an officer may have been hit with one of those chairs. Cell phone video has surfaced on social media showing an officer with DPD being hit by a flying chair inside the lunchroom of East Village Prep Academy. It all happened while multiple fights were breaking out after a food fight, according to the DPSCD.
They just said it was a fight that broke out in the cafeteria.
Again, we're not making this up, brothers. We're not making this up. And you have to understand, Michael is always in the midst. And what's going on here, brothers, is just the most I say it's enough. Those people keep opening up their school. They keep doing this. That's why you keep seeing the school popcorn and the violence, the beating. It's all over. It's all over. And they're going to have to, I don't know, they're going to have to close back and do virtual learning again, because this thing is getting out of hand. Okay? Michelle is the female version, the female name of Michael.
Between 2 students, a chair was thrown, and then multiple fights got to breaking out.
Multiple students were arrested, but the officer being hit with the chair is possibly what prompted the widespread response from police. It seems like every officer in the city was rushing to the scene.
That's what the Most High did. That's what he did. He bring all of you officers for a little freaking food fight. And then whoever officer that was in the hood shooting one of our brothers for no freaking reason, and you are busy because of some food fight. Somebody threw a chair. Big deal.
You see the 5th precinct, so many, it's different area of police out here.
No serious injuries have been reported, but Local 4 also obtained video of a young female student apparently knocked out.
Every day since school been in, it been ongoing, like fights, people bringing weapons.
Some parents, however, are upset at how the situation was handled. This mom, who dropped everything when she saw all the flashing blue lights, says being able to get her son was a huge relief, especially after hearing about how cops tried to get everything under control.
My baby called me and told me that she couldn't breathe. She was on her way to her next class, and they maced her.
And although no one was badly hurt, this parent says her student will not be returning to class tomorrow.
They're not allowed to come back here no more because they can't control the school.
There we go. That's the Most High pulling his children out from the schools. All praises, man. Sorrow. Not quite sure what's going on over there. It was a popcorn and MS happened over there in Memphis. Man, lately Memphis been there catching hell. So, yeah, 3 people die and then 6, 3 people no more. So the popcorn is all over the place, man. Here, and then the brother give us some really good stuff in Arkansas. Again, Saint Germain. Again, we go to Saint Germain here and Saint Germain Street. For those of you, you're quite familiar with Saint Germain. Okay, let me pull up Saint Germain. Castlevania, Saint Germain, going crazy. Okay, so you are very familiar with this video. Okay, Saint Germain. It is say Saint Germain. We know him back in Haiti as Negligent. Okay, he was a black man. And my not my great-grandmother, a 92-year-old grandmother knew Negligent when she was a little girl. She used to sit there and listen to the stories that he was telling and stuff like that, including the guy that wrote the book that we talk about a lot. So Saint Germain, it is said he is one of the angels. He was in the wedding during YAHAWAH time. He was with Saul. He was the one who told Jonathan about Saul to get music to play, to get a good musician to play music for Saul, so the demons will go away. So Saint Germain, he was known by many names. So he is an angel. I'm not quite sure which one. Is it Raph? Is it Mike? Or is it Gabe? We don't know which one, but all we know right there, this husband, his name is Gabriel. Okay, let me just go ahead. Let's finish. Well, the brother sent us this. He said, Shalom, brother Big Levi. You got to check this YouTube video out. And it's the Most High will share it with the nation. Well, just yesterday we were watching the one guy busting up that Columbus statue in the Bahamas, saying he was Archangel Michael. Now this pastor, okay, had his family members taken out by another family member named Gabriel, and he's wearing a hat that spells Bahamas on it. Man, all praises to the Most High. Thank you to the beloved brother, brother Emmanuel Uzziah. That's what I'm gonna call the brother. Okay, I don't want to reveal the information of the name and stuff like that. So the brother brought us this. Okay, this is a pastor's family. All right, let's see what the brother caught, because he caught it with the Holy Spirit eyes. All right, so that's the hat that he wearing. Say Bahamas. Okay, Bahamas. Okay. So when the other day we watched the video about the brother break down the Christopher Columbus statue, the Archangel Mike. All praises to the Most High, YAHAWAH, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Thank you for watching. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. The Most High is in the midst. You just watched this. Gabriel just did this. A lot of things are going on, beloved. A lot of things are happening. And, boy, it's already time for me. I was supposed to start praying, but I've just finished this video, and it's been 2 hours and 34 minutes. And as you can see, beloved, the ley line is active. The Christians are catching hell out there. They don't want to listen, but hey, the Most High is bringing the sword. And we did warn you about the quarter that has George Washington pointing the sword under America, and the black horse, and a lot of death is there. I mean, a lot of death, a lot of people are dying. So you didn't listen, and you still going to church, but hey, whatever. You had to bring a pastor to bless your home. No, he's a witch. He came to curse your home, and this is what happened. The husband named Gabriel took the children out, and then took the wife out. All praises to the Most High. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.